It's time to love the lanes again. From some of southeastern Wisconsin's finest bowling centers, this is the Brew City Bowling Show.
Good morning, everybody from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. It's our final regular season episode of the Brew City Bowling Show. We have our Grand Championships coming to you next week from historic Holler House in Milwaukee, but this week we're at Classic Lanes Greenfield. We have a couple of teams that are just here to have a ton of fun, throw some spares, maybe get a strike or two in there. We've got the Landmark Misfits. They're battling against American Place Casino. It's going to be an absolute blast here this morning. Make sure you stay tuned. Match number 1 here from Classic Lanes Greenfield coming up next after this short break.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots.
With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Showcase your skills and experience the thrill of competing on the national stage at the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. This event has awarded over $675,000 in prize money over the last 2 years, and Bolero Mount Prospect is just a 90-minute drive from Milwaukee. View all the tournament information at pba.com/LBC tournament. And we are underway from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. First match of our final regular season show. Sarah Jacobson bowling for the Landmark Misfits, taking on Javi Sastre from American Place Casino. Sarah starting things off here on lane 3, wasting no time getting on the lane. Does her bowling at Landmark Lanes as the entire Landmark Misfits team bowls there. Javi getting a little impatient there. He really wants to get on lanes and knock out as many pins as he can. Sarah's been bowling for just 6 years. Really has a lot of fun with the Landmark Lanes Tuesday Night League. I wanted to thank them for being just the best and all the awesome staff at Landmark Lanes as well. And nobody misses a 5-pin even on TV. Sarah with the great cover. Let's see what Javi can do here. Javi, one of the bigwigs in security at American Place Casino. He's also in his past trained police canines. Yikes! Needs to train that bowling ball to stay in the lane. That one got away from Javi. Javi does a lot of his bowling at Bertrand Bowl in Waukegan. More of a recreational player. Loves to get out and throw the ball when he can, though. His bowling idol, Christian Azcona. Christian, a PBA Tour titleist from Puerto Rico. He's had a pretty solid PBA career. Let's see what Javi can do here. Keep that ball on the lane. See if we can get him a spare. Still a little hung on the thumb there and gets 8. So not the greatest first frame for Javi, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. Sarah will move over. Lane 4. Oh, yep, there we go. Move lanes. And how about this? The American Place jackpot shot for Sarah. $100 if she strikes with that red, white, and blue head pin. Needs to hold on. Just misses. Moves herself to the picket fence. Sarah's favorite album, Alabama Shakes, Boys and Girls. Great album from about a decade ago. Brittany Howard, lead singer from Alabama Shakes, has had a solid solo career. Very soulful singer. Oh, and that's not going to hold on for Sarah, so an open frame in the 8th for Sarah. Javi loves Phil Collins. Any Phil Collins album would do. And with a strike here, he'll win dinner. Well, dinner at work for him. Strike gets you, almost got $50 in dining at American Place Casino. But that 10-pin for Javi takes it away. Pretty solid shot in the pocket, just a little deflection with that lighter weight bowling ball. 26 pin goes to the sideboard. Doesn't take out the 10. Javi loves to dance salsa. And if you look at the biceps on Javi, you can see that he's done some powerlifting as well. I would not want to arm wrestle Javi for a beverage. Back-to-back opens now for Javi. Still close in this game. This is the last TV show will determine our finalists for our Grand Championships. You'll see that show next week here on the Brew City Bowling Show. And that one a little wide for Sarah. It's going to be a tricky spare conversion. Sarah loves playing with her niece Sophia on Saturday mornings when we don't get her into a bowling alley.
Thank you.
And she loves biking, dancing, and reading as well. A big Bucks fan. Loves to go to Bucks games when she gets a chance. That one just a little wide. So 30 in the ninth for Sarah. She'll have a maximum of 60. Javi here looking at a maximum of 70-70 from the strikeout. Javi loves to ride his motorcycle when it's not too cold outside. That needs to come on. Javi with a little case to the rights on that right lane. And not an easy spare. As he takes down just 4. Leaves him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Javi wants to take a trip to Florida this winter, get a chance to see his mom and his older brother, and probably get away from some of the cold air and the snow that's been out and about lately. Great cover there by Javi. And we enter the 10th frame. A relatively close game between these two players. One of Sarah's fun hobbies, going to movies at the Oriental Theater. Let's see here in the mystery frame, will we get some DeCarlo styling? Yes, she will. She'll want a haircut and style at DeCarlo's Salon and Barbershop on North Water Street, downtown Milwaukee. I want to thank Jason DeCarlo and his great staff for the treatment that our winners have received at his salon. I've heard a couple of great things from bowlers that have won. I've gone down there for the first time. Almost got the double for the Create the Difference bowling ball cleaner, but the 10 pin stands in defiance. And it's a nice crowd that the Landmark Misfits brought down here to Classic Lanes Greenfield today. Cheer them on. See many teammates and fans and the Misfits in the background.
Oh, guys.
Spare here would give Sarah 50. And is that really going to hold on? Oh, just falls off the edge. 49 for Sarah. You know, for a bowler that comes in with a 125 average, that is not a bad game at all for 4 frames, especially with having the nervousness of under the TV lights. Let's see what Javi can do here. Needs to get up a little closer to the head pin, and a good break there. Something spun around, took a bunch of stuff down, and leaves just the 1-2. I'll have to talk to Javi after we're done. It's got to be interesting training police canines. All the work you have to do with them, and then for the police officer, that's a 24/7 relationship they have with those police dogs. Always been neat to see. Hold on. Oh, and that misses for Javi. 43 for Javi, 49 for Sarah. Close game here in match number 1. Let's see what prizes these bowlers won. We'll be back with match number 2 here from Classic Lanes Greenfield on the Brew City Bowling Show.
Well, we got a couple marks on the board in our opening match. Let's bring in our bowlers for match number 1. Sarah, come on in. Sarah. Sometimes when the bowlers don't have a good game on the Brew City Bowling Show, they start to celebrate early or commiserate their misery, and not too bad. How are you feeling after those 4 frames?
Pretty good. I feel pretty good. I wanted a strike, and I got a strike, so yeah.
With the mystery frame, we pick them way out ahead of time on what it's going to be, and you got it in the right frame. The 10th frame was your mystery frame, so you're getting yourself a haircut and style from DeCarlo Salon on Water Street in Milwaukee, so enjoy.
Thank you.
I hope you had a good time today.
I did. It was really, really fun.
Okay. Cheer on your teammates. Thanks.
Thank you.
And Javi, come on in, Javi. Hey, you bounced back nicely off that gutter ball to start with. You got yourself a spare on the board, so you got to be feeling okay with your effort.
For a time being, yeah, but like they say, practice makes perfect, so hopefully we can do that more often then.
I'm glad to see a smile on your face after you're done. Looked like you're having a good time. Unfortunately, your mystery frame was the 8th frame, and the 8th frame would have won you $50 in dining at American Place. But hey, thanks for coming up from American Place. You guys are always great. I love the staff every time I go there, and you guys are part of the reason why we keep going back.
Well, not a problem. Anytime you want to come and visit, be more than happy to bring you in and get the bowling going again.
All right, thanks, Javi.
No problem. Thank you.
Right, thank you. So after our opening match, Landmark Misfits at 49, American Place Casino 43.
And match number 2 underway here from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. I want to thank Gina Darashevsky and her great staff for hosting once again today. Caitlin Evans leading things off for Landmark Misfits. She'll be bowling against Kathy Stats from American Place Casino. And Caitlin just misses the head pin. Here's the 1, 3, and 6. Caitlin, we asked her who her biggest influence in her bowling career is. She's actively searching for one, so hey, bowling coaches out there, may have somebody looking to get a lesson or two. Matt Gasson, I don't know. I think Caitlin's going to avoid the all-open game. Otherwise, Matt Gasson at top-notch bowling at Foxview Lanes in Waukesha. Great coach. I'm sure would be more than happy to help Caitlin out. She looks to improve her game. Kathy, quite a while here at Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Averages 170. This could come in handy with a strike here for the mystery frame. Bar tab here at Classic Lanes, and unfortunately for Kathy, she goes high, leaving the 610. She's the reason why every time we're here, we hear the songs by Kiss on the jukebox. At least we haven't heard Beth when we're here. A couple others. Cass Lane, Kathy on the spare. Loves the bowl, also loves playing softball and volleyball when she gets a chance. When she's not bowling, a great spare and a great smile on the way back. Kathy. Yeah, that's the one thing I really enjoy about these Brew City bowling shows. Sure, you're bowling for your team against another team, but the camaraderie these bowlers show for one another on the show really is fun to watch. And I thought we'd get a strike there for Caitlin, just a little high. Leaves the 610. So big Fleetwood Mac fan. She loves the Rumors album. So unfortunately, that band passing Christine McVie a couple of years back will never be the same, but they've left their indelible mark on the rock and roll world. And that seems to be a repeat of the opening shot for Caitlin, so an open frame in the 8th. As Kathy looks to put another mark on the board. Kathy loves her Wednesday night bowling team here at Classic Greenfield. She wanted to thank Gina, Lori, Ricky, and Tyler for all their support. Oh my, through the nose. And the 6-7 split. $20. Pay a little extra for these wider splits. This would be a $20 split conversion. Normally it's a penny a pin value for the split conversions here on the Brew City Bowling Show, but we know when things are a little tougher. Saturday mornings when Kathy's not trying to make these big splits, she's at home taking care of the housework. Whoa, gave it a ride there, just a bit of a miss. And Kathy and Caitlin both open in the 8th frame. This is going to be Caitlin's mystery frame. She's giving herself a gift certificate towards PBA swag from H5G Brands. And can she win the $100 for the jackpot shot? Unfortunately misses the red, white, and blue head pin entirely. That could have been a really big frame for Caitlin. Instead, it's going to be a real tough spare. And she leaves 7 pins on the deck. Saturday morning, we don't have Caitlin in the bowling center. She's either taking a spin class during the winter, a long walk during the summer, or on a rare Saturday off, brunching with some friends. Hey, how about it? There we go. Spare on the board for Caitlin. She's going to miss out on those bowling lessons from Matt Gasson. If you're a bowler looking to improve, they have all the tools you need at Fox View Lanes. You do that with the great coaching of Matt Gasson. They also have the Specto system by Kegel, where you can see how your shots end up. They can track your ball speed, your rev rate. Give Matt Gasson a call on a top-notch bowling, or look him up on their Facebook page. Kathy goes a little wide. That should be a pretty relatively simple spare conversion for her. In the 1, 2, and 4. She'd love someday to go to Hawaii. Travel and just island hop for a week. That'd be a great way to do it. And unfortunately, a little wide there for Kathy on the spare attempt. Another open frame. And once again, another tight game. Even though these players are 55 pins different in average, Caitlin coming in with a 115, just starting bowling over the past year, and Kathy having a 170 average bowling for 30 years. These little 4-frame games really even things out between the averages. Hey, that looks like it's on target line. We can get our first strike from Caitlin. No, leaves the 610 again on lane 4. Caitlin wanted to thank her mom and dad, Carl and Shanna, for everything they've done. And once again, wanted to thank the bowling family on Tuesday nights at Landmark Lanes. I'm going to get down there one of these Tuesdays after seeing and meeting these Landmark misfits. It seems like a fun place to bowl. I know it's an historic place to bowl as well. Been around for almost a century. And the open frame there for Caitlin's going to leave her at 39. So Kathy can do here for big finish. She can get to 64. I don't think it'd be high enough to get that circa high game of the day award, but you never know what might happen as this day progresses. And how about that? The high hard one for Kathy, and she gets the 2-pin to trip the 4-pin out. She wanted to thank Gina here at Classic Lanes and April from American Place Casino for inviting her to bowl here today. And I want to give a big shout out to April Dean from American Place Casino. She's been to almost all of our Brew City Bowling Show tapings. She interacts with all of our fun bowlers. And how about that for a crossover? A double and creating the difference ball polish. Kathy. And April, thanks for everything you've done for us in Season 1. Thanks for everything American Place and the Circus Sportsbook in Milwaukee have done for us in Season 1. We can't wait to have them back on board in Season 2. Can we give away some Penzi spices? Can we spice up a turkey to end up match number 2? It's going to be close on the crossover. Doesn't quite take the 9 down, but a great finish by Kathy to get to 63. Caitlin ends up at 39, and let's see what prizes these bowlers have won. We'll be back from Classic Lanes Greenfield with match number 3 after this short break here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin. Any bowler who throws 4 strikes in a row on the Brew City Bowling Show will receive a gift certificate for Sendik's Food Market. Check out this week's specials at sendiks.com. Any bowler who rolls 5 strikes in a row on the Brew City Bowling Show will receive a fully customized jersey from H5G Brands. Anyone rolling a perfect game on the Brew City Bowling Show will win an entry into the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships.
Tight second match. Let's bring in our bowlers from our second match. Caitlin, come on in. You're still smiling. That's a good sign that you had a good time out there.
My only goal was to not gutter ball every single ball, and I only got a couple, so I'm happy.
Unfortunately, you didn't strike. If you would have struck in the 9th frame, you would have won a gift certificate to H5G Brands. They do all kinds of great bowling jerseys like you're wearing now and stuff, so would have been a good time, but go cheer on your teammates. Hope you had a good time today.
Sure will. I did. Thank you.
Thanks, Kaylin. Now let's bring in Kathy. Kathy with the big finish. You had the double in the 10th frame, got you to 63 for your game. The double gets you a bottle of Korean, the difference bowling ball polish on that. Unfortunately, your mystery frame was the 7th frame. You would have gotten a $40 bar tab for here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. I'm sure your friends would have found a way to spend that for you.
I could have spent it very easily. Yep.
Well, I hope you had a great time today. Go cheer on your teammates.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And after 2 games, we have American Place Casino up 106-88 over Landmark Misfits.
Match number 3 here from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Nick Cubello bowling for the Landmark Misfits against Brian Floyd. Brian bowling for American Place Casino. Nick starting things off on lane 3 with his attempt at the American Place Casino jackpot shot, $100 in free play. If Nick can strike here, his opening frame, that needs some help, and that is going to be half to Nick. The old 1-5, 7-8-9 left at the end of the lane. Nick wanted to thank Mitchell Shumway, pro shop operator at Bolero Wauwatosa, for all the help Mitch has provided on Nick's game. You see Nick, pretty new bowling ball he has himself there, gets himself relined up. This one's basically just get it right down the middle, and hopefully for a lucky bounce, gets them all. How about that? Ball splits the 7 and 8 for Nick, and a first frame spare on the board. Brian, sportsbook manager at Circus Sports at American Place Casino. Good to have Brian here today. And that one hooks away a little bit, and 7 on the board for Brian. Brian, a big Pete Weber fan, loved bowling with his dad when he was younger. Something fun they could always do together and spend time together. Brian, originally from the Madison area, did his bowling with his dad at Schwegler's Parktown Lanes, historic center in Madison. Let's see what we can do here. Get that 5-pin out, and he does. And that's one way to improve your game quickly, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a newer bowler starting out, like both of these players are, Nick's only been bowling for a little over a year, and Brian's been bowling off and on for a while. Make those spares. Strike ball you can eventually develop, but keeping those spares made really helps. And that, yeah, Nick wasn't happy with the way he came out of that ball. It was right in the 1-3 pocket, but the problem was it didn't have a strong enough rotation to drive through to the 5. One would think the 5-8 would be a relatively easy spare for Brian. 140 average bowler after only 1 year. Not too shabby. And as you can see, that Rhino bowling ball in his hand. Let's see if he can charge through the 5-8. Yes, he does. And back-to-back spares for Nick on the board. Let's see what Brian can do here to match. Brian, a big fan of the band Rush. Let's see if he's a big golf fan, because if he strikes here in the mystery frame, round of 2 in 2025 at Morningstar Golfers Club, and unfortunately for Brian, through the nose. Gets the break to not leave a split, but the 4-7 stands at the end of the lane. One of Brian's big hobbies, loves to ride roller coasters, working in proximity to Six Flags Great America. I can assume he gets some time on occasion to drive right up the road and hop on a roller coaster or two. And our players are even through 2 frames. Each player 2 spares on the board. Watch the replay of Brian's spare. And that's one thing with the spare ball. Even as you get to be a higher average player, a lot of times your best bet for spares is just throwing it straight. Like we saw with Brian right there. And that one for Nick, a little wide. And it's not too often you see the bucket with the head pin. 1, 2, 3, 5. Nick's just going to need a strike shot here. Take them all down. Nick loves to play tennis on Saturday mornings when he's not bowling. He's usually swinging the racket around. Also loves to get out hit the golf ball and enjoy. I don't know if it's a leisurely bike ride, but I would assume he says he loves cycling, so that seems a little bit more serious than a leisurely bike ride like I would take. And doesn't quite get through to the 5-pin. An open frame on the board for Nick. On Saturday mornings, Brian's not in a bowling center. He's watching college football. You can imagine with his position at Sportsbook, the Circus Sportsbook at American Place Casino. You get to see a lot of college football secondhand. Hear the cheering of the crowd, and if you're a fan of putting a little wager on a game on occasion, whether it be college football, professional basketball, or whatever sport you follow, Circus Sportsbook down at American Place Casino can handle all your sports wagering needs. And now both players with opens in the 9th. Let's see if we can get a couple of Big Ten frames here from our bowlers.
10th frame.
So, skill Nick has that a lot of people don't know about. He can string tennis rackets. Let's see if he can string a strike on the board here. Get himself a bowling ball. Resurfacing and refinishing here from bowlers headquarters, and he gets it done. Well, unfortunately, Chad Kloss, while we're taping today, Pro Shop's closed up. Otherwise, I could say he could drop it off and put it right in the door and back right now. Chad Kloss, Gus Yanaris, Will Welch, John Schwengel, great staff Chad has put together here at Bowlers headquarters. They can help you with any and all of your bowling needs. Let's see if we can get our first bottle of Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner given away today. If Nick can double, is that going to get there? Not quite. 2, 4, 5 stands, but still, Nick can get himself a 63 game, and that would tie him with Kathy for the Circa High Game Award. For our first 3 bowlers, something tells me with our last bowlers in play that 63 might not be enough, but stranger things have happened on our show. We've had a show earlier this year where a 53 game won our Platinum Pepperoni Award. So let's see what Nick can do here. Will he get them all? Yes, he does, and there is 63. Nick. Brian, however, though, can strike out. Get himself 72 on the board. Let's see what Brian can do here. Wastes no time. Gets the fire. Is it going to hit the head pin? It does, but no drive on that ball and leaves the 5-9. Brian wanted to thank his mom and dad, especially dad, with all the bowling they got to do together when he was younger. And he's hoping one day to take a trip to Australia for a vacation. Right down the middle, cover that 5-9. Yes, he does. So now Brian looking at 62. If he could strike on the fill shot in the 10th. And we are still going to have ourselves quite a close match. Getting into our final 2 bowlers for each team, but these teams aren't approaching the score posted by team allegedly for our first Classic Lanes Greenfield show. Looks like allegedly might be heading to our grand championships. Great finish there by Brian. 62 for Brian, 63 for Nick. Let's see what prizes these bowlers won. We'll be back with our next match here on the Brew City Bowling Show from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Showcase your skills and experience the thrill of competing on the national stage at the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. This event has awarded over $675,000 in prize money over the last 2 years, and Valero Mountain Prospect is just a 90-minute drive from Milwaukee. View all the tournament information at pba.com/LBC tournament.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots.
With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
It's time for the Best Buy Bad Bowlers League at Castle Lanes. For only $17 per bowler per week, you can have your chance at a $1,000 Best Buy shopping spree. Find all the league info at castlelanes.com. South Shore Bowl has great bowling deals for you, with all-you-can-bowl glow bowling on Friday and Saturday nights and our Sunday Fun Day special. See all the info at southshorebowl.com.
Oh, match number 3 was a tight match between Nick and Brian. Nick pulled out by a pin, 63-62. Let's bring Nick in. Nick, come on in. Hey, 63, not too bad. The open frame in the 9th is the only blemish on the scorecard. You got to be feeling pretty good about your efforts out there.
Pretty good, feeling good. Glad I knocked some spares down. Wish I had some better first balls, but that's bowling. So,
well, you got your strike in the right spot because the 10th frame was your mystery frame. So you're going to win a bowling ball resurfacing and refinishing at Bowler's headquarters right here. So glad you won it.
That's great. Thank you, Phil, so much. I had so much fun.
All right, appreciate it, Nick. Thank you very much. And Brian, come on in, Brian. I'll tell you what, Brian. You put a pretty respectable effort out there together. You got only that one open frame in the 9th frame, and you finished off starting ahead of field pretty good finishing off with a strike.
Oh, yeah. Closed a couple frames. Didn't do anything too embarrassing out there, so we're good to go.
Yeah. Are you a golfer?
Not really, no. Just kind of scratch, just for fun.
All right, so you're not going to be too pained. Your mystery frame is the 8th frame. You would have won a round for 2 at Morningstar Golfers Club in Big Bend. So it's a nice course, but hey, you can always go there and enjoy the fish fries on Friday nights.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to check it out sometime.
All right, thanks, Brian. Thanks for bowling. Appreciate it. And after 3 matches, we've got American Place Casino at 162. Landmark Misfits right behind 151. Match number 4 from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Kelsey Wells bowling for Landmark Lanes. Bowling against Caitlin Stats. Caitlin going to be bowling for American Place Casino. Right away, mystery frame for Kelsey. And no Falcon Bowl gift card, unfortunately. She misses the head pin. Even a bunch at the back. Kelsey started bowling as a senior in high school. And recently she started bowling. Her high school math teacher gave extra credit for coming out to join the bowling team. And she's had a lot of fun with it ever since. Her and her husband, Matt, unfortunately unable to take part today due to injury. Kelsey jumping in, taking care of business. Caitlin starting things off. Daughter of Kathy, who we saw in match number 2. Caitlin been bowling since the age of 5. And see, former collegiate bowler, a little smile there on the way back and a thumbs up as Caitlin puts a strike on the board. And now Kelsey gets a chance, $100 in free play if she can strike on this shot on the red, white, and blue head pin. Hold on, Kelsey! Oh, and once again, only takes 3 down on the first shot. Loves bowling with her Landmark Lanes team. Want to give a special shout out to Sarah, the commissioner of the Tuesday night bowling league at Landmark Lanes. It sounds like a very powerful position. I mean, I know Tom Clark, the PBA commissioner. I can imagine Sarah might wield that same type of power on Tuesday nights at Landmark. Another open, but a smile for Kelsey. She's going to have fun with this no matter what. Caitlin, I want to thank the University of St. Francis in Illinois, their bowling team. She was a former collegiate bowler for that team. And here we go. We got a chance to
the spare for dough, we haven't seen it yet today. American Place Casino will provide a $50 free play award for a conversion on a single pin. That's just the red, white, and blue pin. So let's see if Caitlin, she knows the importance in collegiate bowling about not letting those single pins get away, and she gets the job done. $50 in free play. Going home with Caitlin today. Kelsey on Saturday mornings, when she's not bowling, it's either a yoga class to relax or brunch with friends to also relax. That's a little more online for Kelsey. She gets 6 on that shot, leaving the 1, 3, 8, and 9. Let's hope we can avoid, as much as I like Matt Gass in the Top Notch Pro Shop, Top Notch Bowling out in Waukesha at Fox View Lanes. He's kind enough to give away bowling lessons, a 1-hour lesson for those with all open frames. Let's hope that doesn't happen for Kelsey here. Oh, she looks like she's all over that one. And she tickles down the 9 late. And there we go, Matt. No bowling lessons again. We got you just drilling balls in the pro shop. Let's see what Caitlin can do here. Right now, our high game of the day for the Circa High Game Award, 63 by both Kathy and Nick. And how about that for Caitlin? She might be bypassing both those players after that strike in the 9th frame. It's up for a big finish for Kelsey here. Kelsey can still get to 59. If she can strike out here, that's going to miss the head pin to the right. Gets 8 though. We're here just straighten out right down the middle. Hopefully get her a game in the 40s and avoid that Platinum Pepperoni Award. We give it in humor, we give it in jest, but we always appreciate anybody that wants to come up, show up, and bowl on the Brew City Bowling Show. And that misses wide, so 36 for Kelsey. You've seen the advertisements. If you have a chance to try out for Season 2 of the Brew City Bowling Show, slightly different format. Instead of 5-player teams, it'll be doubles teams bowling the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frame format. And when we give away a 1-year subscription to 11thframe.com, almost. Caitlin almost got the 10 to fall, but a spare here in good count. She'll be leading that Circa High Game category. As you watch that ball in the replay come up high. And almost takes the ball down. Caitlin says her biggest influences in bowling is her older brother, because he was bowling, and Caitlin says she was forced to watch him bowl when they were young. So on Saturday mornings, the usual college student, if they're not at a tournament bowling or in a bowling center, you're going to find them sleeping in. Almost the Dutch 80 game, 79 for Caitlin, new Circa High Game leader for the day. Let's see if it holds up for one more match. We'll be back here from Classic Lanes Greenfield after this short break on the Brew City Bowling Show. South Shore Bowl has great bowling deals for you, with all-you-can-bowl glow bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and our Sunday Fun Day special. See all the info at southshorebowl.com. Showcase your skills and experience the thrill of competing on the national stage at the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. This event has awarded over $675,000 in prize money over the last 2 years. And Valero Mount Prospect is just a 90-minute drive from Milwaukee. View all the tournament information at pba.com/LBC tournament.
Well, a big finish by Caitlin that game gets American Place Casino out in the lead. Let's talk to our bowlers for match 4. Kelsey, come on in. You got a spare on the board in the 9th. I mean, it's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, that's all I could ask for.
Unfortunately, your mystery frame was the 7th frame. You ever been to Falcon Bowl up in River West?
And
So, yeah, remember back way too many decades ago between Landmark and Falcon Bowl, the basement bowling was so much fun, and now they've done a lot of work at Falcon Bowl. So you guys ever get a chance to check it out?
check it out. Yeah, check it out on our dime this time, though.
So, thanks for bowling. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you. We did.
Thanks. Awesome. Now let's bring in Caitlin. Caitlin kept the scoreboard clean. 79. You just missed the Dutch 80. It would have gotten you 40 in cash. But you do get $50 for the spare for doing the 8th frame. You made that single pin, so you're going to have $50 coming from American Place Casino. Your mystery frame was a 10th frame, so you missed on a 1-year subscription at 11thframe.com for all the great bowling news out there. But right now, you're in first place on the show, and if you stay there for one more match, you win a 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas and a complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim as well. So you got to kind of cheer your teammates on, but you kind of not cheer your teammates on, huh?
Yeah.
So we'll see if you hold on. So thanks for bowling. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And after match 4, American Place Casino at 241, Landmark Misfits 187.
And here we are, the final regular season match for the Brew City Bowling Show. Next week we'll be coming to you from historic Holler House in Milwaukee for our grand championships. Let's see if we can get a big finish here for our two teams. Brandon Fry leading things off for Landmark Misfits. Pretty funny jersey that Brandon has on. You can read it on your own, but I did get a good chuckle out of it when I saw it a little earlier today. Brandon's biggest bowling influence when he was younger was his grandfather. Brandon's been bowling for a few years at Landmark with the Misfits. He wanted to make sure right away we thanked his super supportive wife, Megan, for everything in their lives. Is that going to hold on for Brandon? No, that's a little unusual. Takes down the 2-3 of the spare attempt, and Justin Sibylla, wasting no time stepping up, knows the job at hand. As Justin bowling for American Place Casino. Is that going to be 10 back? Yes, it is. Great job there by Justin to start off. I want to thank his mom and dad, his fiance, and their beautiful daughter for everything in life. Let's see what Brandon can do here. 8th frame. His favorite bowler, E.J. Tackett. And 1-3 left for Brandon. Brandon, big Blink 182 fan. It's been a little bit more on my playlist over the last couple of years. Kind of been merging the musical taste a little bit over to the punk and pop punk side of things. Let's see what Brandon can do. Should be right up the middle, get them both down with the ball. Does so, and there you see the big exhale by Brandon, knowing that he's got that spare on the board. Justin looking to get the double. Knows his team's not going to advance to the Grand Championships, but he can get himself a bottle of Creating the Difference bowling ball polish to give away if he can get his second strike in a row here in the 8th frame. And that's a little quick. Through the face, leaving 6 and 10. Justin's biggest bowling influences were his mom and dad. Watched him bowl, and at the age of 5, they got him in the junior leagues. But he met his fiance, who you saw bowl at Country Lanes a little earlier this year. They both bowl together now and have a great time doing it. And yikes. There's the chop. And an open frame for Justin in the 8th. On Saturday mornings, when we don't drag Brandon into a bowling alley, he'll be opening up a good book on the couch. And a special skill he has that most people don't know about, he can juggle quite well. I don't know, can we get him juggling maybe like 3 bowling pins or 3 bowling balls after we're done? We'll have to see if we can get that on camera. As Brandon goes a little wide, and leaves a bunch at the end of the lane. There you see the replay, just barely hits the right side of the 3-pin, leaves you 1, 2, 8, and 9. Juggling, that's definitely a talent that you have to keep practicing at to stay sharp at. I used to juggle a bit when I was a kid, and I don't think I could pull off juggling 3 balls, even bowling balls, even softballs up in the air like I used to be able to do when I was younger. Open frame for Brandon, he's going to max out at 62. Justin still with an outside shot of getting past Caitlin for the Circa High Game Prize. Caitlin with 79. Justin can get to 88 if he can strike out in the 9th and 10th frames. Justin drag races on his motorcycle during the warm months here in Wisconsin, and unfortunately for Justin, any chance he has at the Circa High Game Prize has gone away, so Caitlin's stats will be taking that home today, that 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas, transportation not included. But you also get the complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim. That prize package worth almost $750. Let's see what we can do here to make the single pin, and that falls off. And bowler like Justin, once again, we mentioned about how these short 4-frame matches can keep things close. These two bowlers 70 pins different in average. Justin coming in at 198, Brandon coming in at 128, but yet only 5 pins difference on the scoreboard at this point. And Brandon could have a chance to take down some Henry Flack Steakhouse here. Tuesday night prime rib. It's something, if you love prime rib, you have to get there for. And there we go. There's a gift card to Henry Flack for Brandon. He'll be enjoying some fine dining with his wife, Megan, in West Allis. So, loves watching baseball and football in season. I'm sure right now he'll be hopefully still cheering on the Packers as this airs. It's a couple of weeks between when we tape and when we air, and hopefully the Packers will still be in the playoffs. Brandon, and a bad break there. Should have been some CTD bowling ball cleaner, but the 7-pin says otherwise. And with the spare here, Brandon would finish at 52. And a solid game for a 128 average bowler under the TV lights for the first time. Even you ask a player like an EJ Tackett, who's the bowling idol of both these players, the nerves still hit you every time you walk out under those lights and see the cameras and fans around you. And there we go, 52 for Brandon. And let's see if we can finish our regular season here off on a high note. Justin with his chance to take down a Natty Oaks in West Allis gift card here. The strike for his mystery frame first ball of the 10th. And that's going to need help to hold on. That goes high again, and the 3, 6, and 10 remain for Justin. So no prizes for these players in our last match. A little surprising that that's happening. Justin, big fan of Jelly Roll, the musician, not the snack, I'm assuming, as he wrote. Beautifully Broken, the one album he listened to whenever he gets the chance. Great cover there by Justin. And once again next week, 4 teams entering at Holler House. They're going to roll off the air. And we'll have the top 2 teams advancing from that roll-off on our Grand Championship show here next week on the Brew City Bowling Show. Once again, I want to thank all of our host centers this season with Classic Lanes, Greenfield, Foxview Lanes, Country Lanes, Castle Lanes, and South Shore Bowl. And we can't wait to go back and visit them all in Season 2 and even add a couple new centers to the list. That's the way we want to finish, with a strike. And we'll be back with our bowlers and wrap up this edition of the Brew City Bowling Show from Classic Lanes Greenfield after this short break. Any bowler who throws 4 strikes in a row on the Brew City Bowling Show will receive a gift certificate for Sendik's Food Market. Check out this week's specials at Sendix.com. Any bowler who rolls 5 strikes in a row on the Brew City Bowling Show will receive a fully customized jersey from H5G Brands. Anyone rolling a perfect game on the Brew City Bowling Show will win an entry into the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. Join the Bourbon Club for free at Country Lanes. Enjoy discounts on every pour and have your chance to win some great monthly prizes. Enjoy a pour before or after a great pizza at Country Lanes in Franklin.
When people drop into the American Place Casino, you won't believe the things they say.
It looks amazing in here.
Pretty cool, right?
I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Oh, I'm hitting the slots.
With the most exciting table games and newest slots, you can play any way you want. Oh, and the food.
So good.
So what are you waiting for? Come in now and have an experience that'll make you say, couldn't have said it better myself. American Place Casino. Change the game.
All right, our final team totals today. American Place Casino, 298. Landmark Misfits, 239. Unfortunately, neither team's going to advance to the Grand Championships next week. Could it be allegedly out of our Classic Lanes Greenfield pod? They still have a roll-off to go through off-air before we get to our Grand Championship Finals next week here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Looking forward to bringing you the championship. Who's going to take down the $2,000 cash prize and 5 entries in the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships? We'll find out next week, but let's finish our prizes for today. Let's bring Brandon in. Brandon, got yourself a strong finish. You got yourself to 52, and that strike in the 10th frame was your mystery frame. So you're getting yourself a nice gift certificate to Henry Flack Steakhouse in West Dallas. You ever been there?
No, I have not. Excited to try it out.
If you like prime rib, they have a great prime rib special on Tuesdays as well.
I'm game. Sounds great.
All right, so other than that, yeah, you had a good day. I hope you had a lot of fun out there.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
Thanks so much. Justin, come on in. Justin started strong, started with that strike, and then the next couple of frames got you, unfortunately. You still got to 57. Unfortunately, your mystery frame was the 10th frame, but it had to be the first ball in the 10th. You would have gotten yourself a gift certificate to Natty Oaks in West Dallas. You ever been there?
Not yet.
Great fish fries on Friday nights if you get a chance to go. So, appreciate you bowling today.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, we got a couple more prizes to give away here. Kelsey! Is Kelsey still here? Kelsey! Oh, Kelsey! I know you're too young to remember the original bowling game in Milwaukee back in the day, but they used to give the low bowler on the show the Golden Bologna Award. We step it up a notch. It's the Platinum Pepperoni Award. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get, but I really, in all honesty, I hope you had a really good time today otherwise.
Thank you, we did.
Awesome. Thank you so much for bowling. And we need Caitlin out here. Caitlin! Caitlin, you are going to have a good time in Las Vegas. Your 79 game held on, so you're going to get a 2-night stay at Circa Las Vegas, along with a complimentary daybed rental at Stadium Swim. You got to find your own way out there and back, but who are you going to take to Circa?
Probably one of my parents or even my brother, just to spend some quality family time with them.
Jam them all in a room, and I'm sure they can get you a pretty good room rate on another room if you need it. Have you ever been to Circa in Las Vegas?
No, I haven't.
It's spectacular. If you have anybody that loves sports betting, Sportsbook is huge there, so enjoy your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for bowling today. And that's it. We are on to our Grand Championships next week. 4 teams will enter. We'll have the final 2 teams on TV. And who's going to take home that $2,000 top prize and those 5 PBA LBC National Championship entries? We'll find out then. Please tune in. Hey, parents, take the kids bowling because you know they're going to have fun for life. And we'll see you from historic Holler House in Milwaukee on next week's Brew City Bowling Show.